People's emergency motion. Go ahead. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. The people filed this motion. I believe the defendant was arraigned on May 1st and was given a personal cognizance bond. And this was against people's request for a $25,000 cash surety with a GPS tether. People have serious concerns in this case for particularly the victim's safety, with nothing more than a PR bond in place. In this case, the victim's defendant had an argument. He called her a fat bitch, then pulled out a knife. He was held to her while yelling in her face, "If you interrupt me again, I'll snuff you and kill you right here." He was so close to her face while he was yelling this that spit was hitting her face. He said right before he left the car, he stated to her that once he gets his disability check, he's going to buy a .22 caliber gun and shoot her in the head. She's in fear for her life and her mother's. And she also received a text, which I believe for it to be read into its entirety, and it says, "You better for real stay out of my way. Don't text me unless I text you. You take my child's phone away again, I'll dismember your whole body to pieces. No cap. I'm overplaying with you. I will literally just kill you and get my life right. Free healthcare. My daughter's safe with your mom. Keep fucking playing. CUNT. I promise you don't know how real I am." And I have just extreme concerns given that he held a knife to her throat and is threatening on multiple occasions in this one case to kill her. And after the arraignment, the victim did send us a screenshot of a text, I believe from March 28th, which was before this case occurred, from the defendant, in which the message said, "Call the cops, I don't give a fuck, I'll murder your ass the day I get out." And that was before this case. So I have concerns given that she has finally reached out to police about this defendant's behavior, what could happen to her, given that he's out on a PR bond for this, in which he threatened her life twice. Oh, probably more than twice, I believe. 3 times.
Response.
Your Honor, I'll be requesting that the court maintain the PR bond with GPS tether. Mr. Clark is currently on a GPS tether. It was addressed that day that one issue, as noted in the prosecution's bond motion, was a concern about a cell phone. Mr. Clark does have a cell phone, which he is using now for his GPS tether that's currently on his ankle. The concern was a lack of data, not him not having that device. He now has data on that cell phone. He received that. He had until Monday today, the 5th, to obtain that tether device. However, he did so within 24 hours. He was released from jail on May 1st, 2025 at 3:57 p.m. I received a call from Mr. Washington, one of the tether agents from Community Corrections at 1:22. So within that small time frame, he was able to obtain data for his cell phone and go to Community Corrections to get a tether. Mr. Clark has also been in contact with social workers, one of whom drove him here today, who are assisting him greatly in obtaining housing, which he is now on a list for those who are chronically unhoused, and hopefully should be able to obtain housing soon, and to be put on a second list as housing vouchers are now being opened again. They've also been assisting him with other matters, such as his health. He is currently suffering from liver failure and has an appointment scheduled for May 9th and one for June 14th, which at that time, his social worker will be also assisting him in getting a hotel. As noted in the emergency bond order by the prosecution, Mr. Clark has successfully been dismissed from probation in the past, showing that he can follow court orders. He does have the money to pay for the tether. He does have transport for the court. And the complaining witness, while acknowledging that this is a serious case, does reside over 30 minutes away by driving. Mr. Clark does currently rely on his social worker for transportation. Again, those, as mentioned, anything mentioned by the prosecution, it's still allegations at this point. We are not here to litigate any of the allegations here today. We are here to address bond. I do not believe there is any change in circumstances that have occurred since his arraignment that I handled last week that would warrant any changing of his bond. He is currently on a GPS tether. The court can know where he is at all times. And I believe that this bond is sufficient to protect community safety and fight.
Is the GPS just location tracking?
It's location tracking and includes an exclusion zone for the complaining witness's address. So he would not be able to get within a quarter mile of that address.
Where is the defendant residing at this point?
He is currently residing at a camp as he awaits housing.
At a camp?
Yes, he has a campsite that he resides at.
Where's the campsite?
It's by the Miller and Maple Park and Ride, sir.
Well, just so that we're clear, this isn't by the Maple Miller parking ride?
Yes, sir.
So this isn't a commercial campsite. This is just a place that you have.
But I'm holding out until I can get help, sir.
Yeah, so she is part of the Pathway Housing Program. I do have a letter from that social worker here if you'd like that, Your Honor. And Ms. Montaigne, the coordinator for that program, is in the courtroom at this time.
Pardon?
Ms. Montaigne, the coordinator for that program, is also in the courtroom. She is the one who helped Mr. Clark get arrived at the court today.
The only address I have is the South Line address. Is that a correct
I
statement?
believe so, Your Honor.
How do the defendant and the alleged victim in this case, how do they know each other?
Your Honor, I believe they have been in an on and off relationship since January of 2018, and they have one child together, and that his previous DV from 2021 was with this same victim.
The child who resides with mom, is that?
With her mother,
Her mother.
the victim's mother.
It's the magistrate did order no contact with the victim's mother as well on the day of the arraignment.
I see that, but so does the victim reside with the mother also?
I believe so, because it says the child attends school in South Line as well, so I believe so.
How old's the child?
Born in 2019.
Oh, 6. 6. The defendant's not working.
The defendant is working on getting a disability at this time due to some of his medical concerns.
Yeah, then how is he paying for the tether?
He does have some, he has shared with me, he does have some money for the tether.
Panhandle and pick up cans and do work for a lady that I know whenever she needs it. She hires me for yard work.
So how long have you been residing at the campsite that you set up?
Since last year, sir.
Are you the only one out there at that site?
Yes, sir.
Let me see, counsel in chambers, court standing. I've had an opportunity to speak with counsel in chambers, and what the court is going to do at this time, and Mr. Clark, I need you to understand what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave you on the DPS tether. I'm not going to increase any monetary bond that might incarcerate you. Okay, you understand that, sir?
Sure.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, at this moment, increase the exclusion zone on your tether for all of South Lyon. Okay?
I understand.
And then, and I don't want to put on the record, but I'm also going to add a provision of no contact with the minor child. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. And then once the other part to this is that may change where I get more information regarding the victim, the alleged victim, and her travels. And then I may be expanding that exclusion zone. Follow me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's what I'll do at this time. I think I'm going to need a new order. So I'll prepare a community corrections order with the exclusion zone is all of South Lyon. And then Ms. Zenda, if you could provide to the clerks the name, the minor child's name, and then we will be adding that to the no contact. So at this time, I guess theoretically the motion is granted. The exclusion zone will be extended to all of South Lyon, and I will add the child's name there. Anything further?
Nothing for the people, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, sir.